just can't believe this place. Every time I come here, I mean, it absolutely amazes me. All this neon. It's nighttime all the time, even in the daytime. There's rows and rows of gambling tables and slot machines.
Yeah.
And there's all these people, you know, and they're spending their rent money, their food money, they're hawking everything they own just so they can keep on gambling.
Terrible.
Thank heavens it's not one of our problems.
Thank heavens.
I mean, I'm a terrible gambler. I always lose. I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise, though. What about you?
I do all right.
Yeah, well, just don't get sidetracked, Keith. The first thing we need to do is go to the reception desk and find out if this man in the newspaper is still staying here at the hotel.
You realize you're wearing sunglasses inside?
I am. I am. I am. Well, I can see much better without them. Why didn't you tell me before?
I forgot you need constant care and supervision. You're also wearing a hat, in case you're wondering.
But this doesn't interfere with my vision, so just forget about the hat, okay? Now, the most important thing is that we don't see a repeat of what happened in Palm Springs, Keith. We're here to find Mason, and we're going to find Mason, which means you're not to be going out hawing all the waitresses. No, you're supposed to be looking for Mason. I mean, it's very important that we find him before Julia does. I mean, you do at least agree with that, don't you? Keith? 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 Keith, what are you doing?
Daddy need a new pair of shoes. Oh!
You know, I have had some of the most pleasurable hours I've spent in a long, long time. Thanks to you.
Thank you. I'm just glad I could get your mind off your problems for a little while.
You have a wonderful way of demanding all the attention of a man. Including another man, fellow sitting over there, seems quite taken with him.
Yeah. My husband, never mind him. My ex-husband. I don't want to think about it. I'm just a very happily unmarried woman right now with a very charming escort.
Thank you. It's enough. Mr. Snake Oil Salesman, you want to dance with?
He's not a snake oil salesman, Dad. He's a doctor.
What, is he conducting a professional consultation on the floor?
He's a friend of Mom's.
Really? That'll be a close one. The way he's holding her. What's his name?
Arthur Donnelly. Works at the city hospital. You're not gonna cause a scene, are you, Dad?
No, I'll leave that to Fred and Ginger.
You know, we can't be positive that Victoria even has him.
Yeah, who else could it be? Chip is gone and Victoria's nowhere to be found.
No one's answering at her mother's.
She wouldn't know anything anyway. Tori's not gonna go there. She knows it's the first place we'd look.
Any luck?
Nothing.
I think it's time to get the police involved, full-scale search, you know.
Yeah, well, the problem is, Kane, that there's no crime that's been committed. I mean, it's her own kid, and she has custody of him.
Well, Cruz, she was probably afraid she was going to lose custody. That's why she took him.
I wonder what the hell her lawyer said to make her think that. He told us that she had the better case.
Well, he may not have been as certain as he sounded.
Has anybody talked to Major Hamilton? Maybe she talked to him.
Yeah, I called him on the phone. He said he doesn't know a thing. I'm going to go over there later and make him tell me that to my face.
You know, Cruz, I hate to say this, but she may be out of Santa Barbara.
I keep telling myself she wouldn't do that. But obviously, it's ridiculous to deny the possibility. She could be anywhere. She could have gone to Los Angeles and jumped on an airplane. The reality is I may never see my son again.
Sweetheart, you know, listen. I hate to shuffle you around so much, but you know, we can't stay in Santa Barbara anymore. No, we can't. Everybody's against us. They all think that I am an unfit mother, but you know better than, oh, that's good, you know better than that, don't you? Sweetie, the only reason that we're doing it, we have to do this, is so we can be together. I just love you so much.
You know, something in my gut tells me that you know where Tori took my son.
Well, I don't. I told you before I haven't seen her since early this morning.
You're her friend. You live here with her. You're trying to protect her.
Listen to me, Castillo. There is still some question as to what is really going on here. And if what you say is true, I would never condone Victoria's behavior, much less protect her.
Then I don't have to remind you, Philip, how fine a line she's walking these days, emotionally speaking. It's not too hard to imagine her doing something colossally stupid.
If you're worried about Chip, don't be. Victoria would never do anything to harm that child. And what makes you so certain that she has him? She's only been gone for a couple of hours. Maybe she's shopping or at a movie.
She didn't show up in court. You think she'd skip the custody hearing to catch a film?
I don't know what she did. I'm only saying that there's probably some perfectly simple explanation for her not showing up. An explanation having nothing to do with Chip's disappearance.
Yeah, there is an explanation. That's obvious. I'll tell you what it is. She's not in her right mind. She broke into my house, she took my son, and she ran away. I don't believe she did that without somebody helping her, Philip. It better not have been you.
Don't threaten me, Castillo. None of this would have happened had you let Chip remain here with me as Victoria intended.
Aha, okay, well, maybe we should remind ourselves of the facts, of why I came in here and took him out. If she'd have walked in that door like I did and seen this place ransacked and found her son alone in that closet, too scared to make a sound, she'd have washed her hands of you, pal. And if anything has happened to that boy, anything, I'm gonna hold you personally responsible.
Excuse me, miss. Miss,
Yes?
he dropped this.
Oh, look at you. You dropped this.
He seemed pretty upset, and he got scared when I tried to give it back to him.
Thank you very much.
My name's Barlow, Lieutenant William Barlow, U.S. Navy. I'm going to San Diego and then on to the Philippines. Where are you headed?
We're going to, Mexico. My son and I are going to Mexico City.
What are you doing? You've been bending over this machine for more than an hour.
I'm on the verge of winning. Will you get away from here?
What are these, your winnings or your losing?
Would you get away from me? You bring me bad luck.
I'm trying to bring you to your senses, Keith. You know, gambling all of our money away isn't going to do anybody any good. I want you to leave this machine and go with me to help me find Mason.
I am almost ready to start, all right?
What do you mean, almost? I've been all over this casino trying to ask anybody if they've ever seen this man. And you're here gambling away all of our money.
I got a little carried away. I won it first, all right? So have you any luck?
No, no one seems to know what's happened to him, which I think is very, very odd.
Well, but there's no odd about that. If I won that much money, honey, I'd disappear so I'd make your head spin.
Oh, you would you?
I wouldn't do it without you, though.
Oh, no, of course not. I wonder what the odds are on that.
Well...
So what about Mason?
Well, have you run out of ideas?
For the moment.
So you haven't any luck either?
Oh, would you stop talking about things in terms of winning and losing?
Excuse me, but I haven't exactly been wasting my time here. I've been working on this thing, too.
Oh, scanning the room with your mental telepathy, I guess.
No, I talked to the chief of police, have him look out for Mason. When he sees me, he's going to bring him in. See?
Really? I'm sorry. I've been terribly unfair. I've misjudged you.
Thank you very much. Now that we've worked that out, let's finish our historical tour of Las Vegas, starting with this thing. Do you realize that a woman won $20,000 on this very machine last night?
Keith, that's all very well and good, but that is not the point. That is not why we're here. You can't just turn this whole operation over to the police and just walk away from it. There must be something we can do on our own to make...
What do you mean? What is this we stuff all of a sudden?
Well, I thought it was we from I Do One.
I guess you're right. Let's see how much money we want.
Wait. Oh!
What?
I just had this trying to steal it.
What?
Kind of like a hot flash in reverse. Like an ice cube just passed over my heart.
Arthur, I'm awfully sorry, but I'm going to have to go and speak to you for a minute. Excuse me.
Sure. I'll wait at the table.
Thank you. What do you think you're doing?
I'm having a drink. What are you doing?
I'm trying to have some fun.
So what's stopping you? Your conscience?
No. You sitting here glaring at me.
I wasn't aware that I was glaring.
Well, be aware of it.
Mostly I'm here trying to figure out what you were doing.
It's called a date.
With a doctor, I understand.
That's right.
Veterinarian?
No, surgeon. And you must not worry about the family honor. I don't think the family honor does concern you anymore because I intend to be a lot more careful when talking to my new friends than you were when you were talking to Lydia Saunders.
Why? You keep bringing that up. I told you I am not responsible for what went into that story.
You certainly are responsible because you let that little opportunist get the best of you. And now the whole family is embarrassed and disgraced because of your vanity.
This whole cockamamie thing is getting out of hand. There's nothing I can do about the whole thing except to say I am sorry.
There is certainly something you can do. You can do something constructive instead of sitting around and apologizing for something you let happen. Get in control of it.
You got any suggestions?
No, I don't. And I can't imagine that you would let that woman disgrace our family and not try to get even.
Oh, for Christ.
Forgive me for interrupting. We haven't had the pleasure of meeting. I'm Arthur Donnelly.
Yes, I've heard of you, Dr. Donnelly.
Oh, that's flattering.
Do you mind my wife and I having a private conversation?
It's all right. I've said everything I wanted to.
Pleasure to have finally met you, Mr. Capwell.
Such a pleasure to have a civilian to talk to. Believe it or not, I don't talk to too many people outside the Navy. So when I get the opportunity, I like to take advantage of it. People in the Navy only like to talk about Navy matters. I hope I'm a little bit more well-rounded.
I'm sure you are.
I like a good discussion every now and then. Intellectual stimulation. Free exchanging of ideas. So Mexico City, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, have you ever been there before?
I have, but my son hasn't.
Oh, start him out traveling early. That's what I always say. Well, so how long are you going to stay down there?
We don't have definite plans.
I've never been to Mexico City. I've been to Acapulco. I spent a week there one October, and 3 days of it in bed with that stomach business. It's hot and sultry. It's not my kind of climate.
It's too bad.
You meet your husband down there?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. He's a major in the Army.
Is that a fact?
Well, actually, he's retired now. We're meeting him for an extended holiday. We actually live in Santa Barbara, don't we, sweetie? You know, I really don't know why he wanted to go on vacation. He just wanted to see Mexico City again. Well, he's not traveling with me because he has some matters in the stock exchange to take care of. But he's a wonderful father. He adores his son, too.
Well, you're obviously a happily married woman.
Yeah. Do you have a family?
I'm not married, if that's what you mean. Being in the Navy is like being on a long trip that never seems to end. It's hard to find a woman who'll put up with it. You're fortunate to have a stable family life and a little son.
Yes, I am fortunate. I'm a very lucky lady. I appreciate it more and more every day.
Give him back, Tori. Give me my son. Listen, you think you could find it in yourself to go over to the Major's house and just watch for a while? Check him out from a distance. I don't trust him. I don't believe anything he says. She might just come waltzing up to the door. He could have the suitcases packed. If you just check him out, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the hospitals in case anything's already happened.
Where's Eden?
She went to see her dad, see if he would help.
Well, we've got every angle checked.
It doesn't seem like enough, man. If she's traveling, she's getting further away every minute, you know? It doesn't seem like enough.
Think she's still on the pills?
Well, she didn't finish the rehab. And she's desperate. I mean, it never occurred to me, Kane. I didn't think this all the way through. I just didn't think that by putting her in a corner, I'd make her run like this, you know?
Look, I'm gonna head over to the Majors. I'll call if anything happens.
Thanks.
Cruz.
Oh.
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
No, I know.
This is all my fault. But I only left him alone for 10 minutes to make myself a cup of coffee. And I went into the room and he was gone. How could I be so stupid?
Oh, Mama, now, don't be silly. You had no way of knowing this was going to happen. Nobody is blaming you, and you shouldn't blame yourself. All that matters now is that we find him.
How can I help? What can I do?
I don't know. We're trying to cover all the angles. Did you think of anything else about the room since we talked last? No sign of something she might have left by accident to give a clue as to what her plans were, where she was going, something like that?
Nothing. I just went into the room and Chip was gone, and there was no sign of Victoria. Just the empty bed where Chip had been. Cruz, I'm so frightened.
No. Don't be afraid. She is his mother, you know. Maybe you should go home and try to get some rest. I'll have Eden come and look in on you in a little while.
No, I want to stay. I want to help. The only way I can live with myself is to keep busy and try to do something to help find him. Maybe that'll ease this terrible guilt I feel, this feeling of having failed you.
No, Mama, don't talk like that. You didn't fail me. Please don't talk like that. If anybody in this family is to blame, it is certainly not you.
Eden.
Hey, darling. Hey.
Howdy, Tex. That was some tumble. You okay down there?
Got the best seat in the house, pretty lady. Thank you. Thank you. I tell you, I've never learned how to ride one of these things. Dang things throw me every time.
Well, you must have been on that one quite a while. All those chips belong to you?
Yeah, they sure do. Listen, you can get some if you want to play my game. No, I'm talking about something legit now. You ever play Name That Picture?
How do you play?
Well, it's very simple. You see, I show you a picture of a famous person, Either you name it or you don't. If you do, you win these and a lot more.
Well, show me the picture.
All right.
All right, everybody out of the pool. Excuse me, miss, but Roy Rogers here is strictly off limits. Now get lost.
What are you doing? I was about to get some information from her.
What, like her name and her phone number? When are you going to learn that you are a married man? Your bachelor days are over, babe. Why can't you retain that for more than 10 minutes at a time?
You always think the worst of me.
You are the worst, Keith. It's my job to reform you, and you make it very difficult.
Honey, on my word of honor, I was simply doing research with that woman.
Oh, does that mean you were searching her again?
Wicked tongue and a wicked mind. Now let's get cracking.
I have something for you. A letter I found in Victoria's room addressed to you.
Why didn't you give it to me when I was at your place?
Because I didn't find it till after you left. There was also a note for me, asking me to give you this.
Well, thank you.
Dear Cruz, I'm sorry if what I've done has caused either you or Eden to worry, but you left me no choice. You were both determined to rob me of the most important thing in my life, and that's my son. I couldn't let that happen. I know you don't consider me a fit mother, but that's not really for you to decide. In my heart, I know that I am the only one who can give Chip the care and the love that he needs. I promise to let you know from time to time how Chip is, but that's the only contact I'll allow you to have with him. Someday, maybe you'll understand why I had to do this. I promise you, he is well, and he is loved.
What did she say?
Chip all right? Yeah, according to this, he's fine. I wonder how many pills she had to take to get herself together to write. Did she leave anything in the note to you that would suggest where she went?
No, nothing. Only that she and Chip were all right, and would I please give that letter to you? What are you going to do?
I'm going to go talk to Eden. If anybody calls, anything comes up, I'll be at the Capwells. Thank you for bringing me this letter.
I'm sorry it wasn't something you wanted to know.
Yeah, well, I am happy to know that Chip is okay. I just wish we could say the same about his mother.
Before I leave, Kane, I'd like to speak with you. Can you spare a minute?
She had beautiful dark hair. We met in Hong Kong, and I'm pretty damn close to marrying her. But the cards, they were pretty much stacked up against us. I guess you could probably understand the situation in those days.
Tori, I'm not
Things were meant
trying
to be,
to
and
take
some
Chip
aren't.
away from you. I don't see why it's so difficult for you to understand.
Maybe they shouldn't anyway. Not that that makes you feel any better about what you haven't got. Hey, little man, how you doing over there? You like this train ride? You don't like this train? Huh?
Please, stop.
Sorry, I was just trying to distract
No,
him.
honey, that's his mom. That's his purse. I don't want you to do that. Come on. Okay.
Maybe,
Want some more of your bottle? Want some of your bottle? Huh?
maybe he's changed.
Lieutenant Barlow, I am capable of taking care of my own son. Please, just leave us alone.
Fine. Fine, I'm sorry if I stepped out of line.
Yes, you are out of line. Oh, honey.
I better
Come
take
on.
a walk, I guess.
Yeah, come on over here. Come on, have some of your bottle, okay? Come on, honey. Come on. Have some of your bottle. Oh, yes.
I'm never going to stop looking, Tori. Never.
Just leave me alone. Yes, you have some of your bottle. And Mommy's gonna have some of this, okay? You have some of this. Come on. Come on. Honey, just calm me. Yes, honey. Yeah. Have some of your bottle. Just calm down. Come on. No, these are Mommy. These are for Mommy.
What?
Why don't you just quit while you're ahead? Cash in these chips and go look for Mason.
You don't quit while you're ahead. I'm on a roll. You don't know anything about gambling. You don't quit while you're ahead. You double down.
please, don't. We'll go, we'll look for Mason, cash him in. Come on, let's go.
Hey, listen, if I win all this money, I don't care about Mason. I don't never need afraid of CC, Julia Wainwright. I'm not afraid of them anymore.
I'm afraid of you, Keith. Smart people quit while they're ahead, while they still have something to quit with. Upset people keep on gambling until they lose everything.
You know, you are not the ideal person to gamble with. You have no nerve. Watch this.
No, Keith, don't, please.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
How are the preparations for your wedding coming along?
Nothing's set yet. We've both been a little busy. Andrea especially. Well, you know that.
Oh, yes. Well, Andrea's one of my hardest workers. But she shouldn't neglect her personal life.
We'll work everything out, don't worry.
I'm sure you will. What about Ming Lee? How is she adjusting and adapting to life in America?
Why the interrogation?
Well, I didn't mean to make it sound like an interrogation. I'm simply interested in how Ming Lee is coming along. I guess I feel partially responsible for her because I helped bring her into the country.
She's doing fine.
Well, good. I can imagine it must be quite a strain on both you and Andrea, having her living with you. You all must be doing a lot of adapting, the whole family, huh?
We'll work it out.
How are you managing, Kane?
Well, we'd be managing a little better if Andrea had more time to spend with the family. But, well, we'll work those things out.
What kinds of things in particular? I mean, is there some problem between Ming Lee and Andrea, or Ming Lee and you?
No, everything's fine. I have some work to do before I leave, if you don't mind.
Well, I don't mind. But I am concerned, and, well, I just thought I would offer my help. I hope you will let me help.
Well, thanks. Thanks for the offer.
Good night, then. Give my regards to Ming Lee.
Here you go. Thank you. I had a really terrific time.
Well, I should be thanking you. I had a great time.
Good. I'm sorry. It could have been a little better without the involvement with Cece. Things were a little tense between us now, and I do apologize for that.
Sophia, don't apologize. I am interested in you. You're fascinating.
Now, that is the first time anyone has told me my personal problems are fascinating. Do you want a nightcap?
Absolutely.
Help yourself.
Thank you. Would you like something?
Cognac would be fine.
Cognac is... It is. You've been divorced for less than a month, haven't you?
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, take heart. The first few months are the hardest.
I'm having a difficult time adjusting to being alone.
I missed having someone to talk to. That was tough for me.
I know. And my home. I miss my home. This place is okay, but I don't even want to touch anything around here because it's not mine.
To this day, the thing I hate most in the world is coming home to an empty house.
Here is to houses that are no longer empty.
To good friends.
Maybe I should have just let Cruz take Chip when he wanted.
Baby, don't even think that. If he had taken Chip, he would have been a fugitive. That would have destroyed his relationship with Chip.
I slowed the process down, though. You know, he wanted to start joint custody proceedings when he first knew about Chip, and he didn't because he was afraid of how I would react. Obviously, I didn't react very well.
You're going to stop this now. Cut it out. Understand me? Stop it. This is a difficult situation for you. It's been a difficult adjustment for you. Nobody blames you for dealing with it the way you did. It's all in the past. And whatever's happened has happened, and you can't go on this way because it's not going to help find Chip. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll find Victoria. Everything's going to be okay, and you stop worrying about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi there.
Sweetheart.
Hi.
Hi.
Any luck?
Philip Hamilton brought me a letter that Tori left. She says that Chip's all right, and she'll keep me posted from time to time on how they're doing.
Well, it's good to know that she's with him and he's all right.
Yeah, but the fact that she was able to write a letter doesn't mean she's any more stable than she has been.
Well, I mean, she sounds very determined and very in control, but I guess you can't be too sure.
Cruz, I already told Eden that I will help any way I can, so count on me, please.
Thank you, Mr. C.
You ready to go home?
Well, actually, I wanted you to see this, but I think I'll go back to the agency. I'd like to be there in case anybody calls.
Well,
believe
sweetheart,
something.
it's late. I think we should go home. I mean, they can meet you at the house just like they can at the agency.
I'd really rather be at the agency.
Cruz, they can forward your calls. Okay?
All right, sure. Let's go home. Thanks for your help, Mr. C.
I didn't do anything, but I will.
Get things steady.
Anytime, honey.
Thank you.
I didn't realize it was so late.
Sophia, 10:30 can hardly be defined as late.
I have customers. Got Armani that live in New York and Europe, and I've got to be on the phone with them early in the morning.
What happens if you stay up one more hour?
Oh, I don't know. I'd hate to even think about what would happen.
Are you absolutely certain in your mind that you want such a wonderful evening to come to an end so soon?
Arthur, we've been together for hours now. Yes, I think it has to come to an end. Friendship is a very valuable commodity.
I'm having a little trouble understanding how our friendship would be damaged by one more hour. It might even be enhanced.
I enjoy being with you. I really do. But I think we have to leave it there for tonight. I am not ready for anything else in my life right now. It's too soon.
I understand. Okay. You're a very special woman, Sophia. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll call you in a day or so. Shall I? Or, might I?
Yes, you might.
Good night, Sophia.
gone.
Victoria?
Are you all right?
Yeah, we're both all right. I couldn't do it. I had Chip in one arm and a bottle of pills in the other, and I thought that I was going to scream. I can't give Chip a life if mine's all in pieces.
Where have you been?
On a train going nowhere. Did you get my letter?
Yeah, I got it just a little while ago.
Please take him. This is where he should have been from the start. I was so stupid. I thought I could show my love for him by keeping him with me all the time. And then I realized I can show him more love by staying away from him. At least for a while. And then when I get well, we'll sit down and we'll work out some sort of arrangement that's fair to all of us. Okay?
Yes, I'm sure we can, you know? I mean, the most important thing is that you get well, you know? This little boy needs his mom. And I have no intention of shutting you out of his life.
Thank you, I know that now. Eden, I'm sorry. I say that to you all the time. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just glad to know that you're back and that you're all right.
Well, I hope I'll be okay.
If you need anything, you know that we're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tori, where are you going?
I'm gonna go home. Sweetheart, I love you so much. One of these days you'll know how much.
He knows it now.
Take care.
Victoria! Thank God you're back.
Sorry.
I've been so worried about you. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Where's Chip?
He's where he belongs. He's with his father. At least until I get there.
Well, whatever you think is best. Come on, sit down.
Look, are you mad at me?
Oh, of course not. Do you have any idea what I went through when I couldn't find you?
I had to do something, and I thought I was doing the right thing.
What are you going to do now? Have you decided?
I don't know. I can't trust myself to do anything. Philip, you've helped me so much before in the past, and I'm going to have to ask you for help again.
Did I ever set a limit on how much I'd help you? You've got to know that whatever you want, I'll do. Anything at all.
I want to get better, but I can't go back to that clinic. You've got to help me, please.
Well, I called Kane. I told him the good news, but I think I should wait till the morning to talk to Daddy. Look at him. Why don't you put him down and get some sleep, okay?
Oh, I just want to be up with him a couple more minutes.
Cruz, you don't have to do this. Treat every second like it was going to be your last.
I know. Although that is the best way to treat every second, don't you think? I learned that when I fell in love with you, darling, and I've been reminded of it by this little guy. You know, you beg fate. You beg fate to teach you a lesson if you don't appreciate every moment. I waited so long for this, and even though there were times I thought I didn't have a chance, I just couldn't give up on it, you know? And this is the reason why.
To be that easy. Didn't I tell you to cash your chips in? Didn't I say that? But no, you couldn't do that because you know more than anybody, don't you? You're just the smartest person in the world, and now you've lost a fortune.
Well, it's only money. Easy come, easy go.
What, are you crazy? Do you know how much money you just lost?
Oh, honey, we're just right back where we were when we arrived. It was play money.
We are not back the way we were when we arrived. You lost more money than we've ever had. You lost money. You ran up all of our credit cards up to the very limit.
I got carried away.
Carried away? I'd like to carry you away, particularly in a straitjacket if I could. Oh, what's the use? There's no use beating a dead horse.
I'll go for that.
I mean, what difference does it make? I mean, we'll have a place to sleep tonight, a hotel room that's paid for. At least I got to sleep in the park or something. You did pay for the room, didn't you?
It is a warm night.
What, are you out of your mind? You are dead meat now, Buster. That's it. I'm out with you.
I want to go back and... What?
Later tonight after Late Night with David Letterman, on Later with Bob Costas. Join Bob and his guest Linda Ellaby, a lady in the know, for the kind of talk that'll open your eyes.
Hi, this is Bob Costas. What's the latest thing in late night TV? Later with Bob Costas, tonight only on NBC.